I started recording. Do we do we have an intro? Question mark. Do you have all the replays open in like tabs on your computer?
No, not yet.
All
We're
right.
very professional.
We are very
We're very
professional here
professional.
at the
I mean, I do
Don't Let
have
Bees Attack
like the basic
Association.
summaries.
You have summaries written down for these.
Oh, Andrew, I think I just found the
Yeah,
dragon I
I
can
do.
do if you're half dragons or dragonborn.
Okay, I'm recording. Kind of off topic.
But let me be off topic.
No, go to the Shadow Realm.
What are you gonna do? Banish me there, coward?
I can't.
That's the point.
Adam, you have admin powers, right?
No.
Frick. Well, this is a very unfortunate incident.
A series of very unfortunate events
I
surrounding me.
actually want to test if it'll switch tabs in OBS. Yes, it will. That's very convenient. I like that.
Yeah, I have the summaries written in order of when they happen and the
All right,
matches have.
all right. So I'm currently on me versus Haunch.
Okay.
So should I hit play?
Where are you
Yeah,
streaming
let's do
to?
it.
I'm recording, not streaming.
Oh. Do you mind if I start
Yeah.
it with Shadow as a bitch ass motherfucker?
No, don't,
I mean, to be fair,
don't.
it would better suit the chaotic nature of this league.
It would,
Okay,
but like,
let's get this
don't.
commentary done.
Let's get this
Alright,
commentary
time to
done.
shine.
I'm gonna hit play.
For the first match of the season, I really wanted a better show, unlike what the first few turns promised. First few turns were High Flying Slaughterfest. Two Pokemon were dead in 4 turns, but that pesky desire to keep Pokemon alive just had to set in. And nothing went down for another 5 turns. At this point, the match was tied at 4 apiece, but Goodra had plans to change that, killing 2 more Pokemon. It was at this point that we realized Impact committed crimes in a past life, as he was cursed with making a play that would make the New York Jets' infamous butt fumble blush, not switching into Archeops. Mega Charizard X ransacked the village and ended Amp's hopes of a week 1 win.
I mean, yeah, that's what happened, but you don't have to say it like that.
You need to know the truth, Amps. You need to know the truth. Don't run from it. Don't hide from it. I am going to be here alongside you, facing my own failures.
Yeah, fun fact, if you did not see my video, that fire punch was A, a misclick, B, a crit, and C, even though it was a crit, it was a roll in my favor.
I'm
Yeah,
just
but
gonna.
that
I'm.
could have been
Look,
easily avoidable if you just switched into
I know,
Archeops.
I know.
yeah, I was about to say, like, I'm just gonna
I've made
pull up
bad
this
mistakes before.
conversation from the world building server and say, like, Rip, where was your special defense? Why did you keep Vulcan? I don't know, anxiety, I guess. Says the guy who didn't switch into Archeops.
Yeah, yeah, it was Scarf Archeops. It was in the bag. Onto the next one. Onto the next one, which was
Oh,
you versus Rose.
oh yes. Here
So,
we go.
yeah, read
Alright.
off your thing.
I am not going to beat around the bush here. Although he did have a good start, Rose got destroyed. Things were looking up as Rose took a 6-4 lead, but it was here that we discovered his kryptonite, Kofagrigus. Kofagrigus just sat there and set up Calm Mind after Calm Mind after Calm Mind, with the occasional Iron Defense for good measure. I'm sure you know what happens next. Kofagrigus sweeps as easy as you please.
Or in the term of Phil Swift, Alfred sawed Rose's entire team in half. Not even duct tape can fix that damage.
I give that one a broken marriage out of 10. And yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
that was a pretty easy sweep too, because like all he
All
would
you
do is
had to
just
do
keep
is just
dealing with the
click buttons
table.
as Coffagrigus.
Yeah.
The moment you set up Cofagrigus, you just click buttons and win.
You just click buttons and win.
I mean,
It's honestly that.
Even if Cofagrigus went down, I wasn't really concerned because
Yeah, you still had like
Manatan to be dead.
you still had friggin' Rachi in the back, Galvantula in the back.
Galvantula and a Alolan Ninetales.
Now, fill me in on the Jirachi set. Was it the same one that you were using against my team?
Nope.
All right.
It was. It had like Iron Head, Protective Pads, Wish.
Ooh, protective.
Oh yeah,
pads.
you mentioned. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I forgot the exact set, but yeah.
All right. Next battle: Danny versus Beal.
Oh. Not even one turn in the match, and we already see a mistake with a wrong ability beam. And throw in a mispredict too. Why not? This battle was a slow-paced and downright painful battle to watch. Beal had a thing. Its name is Registeel. It messed Dan's team up and relished in the weeping women and children. And Kyurem did things as well. I think you can guess what happened. Beal won pretty handily.
Yeah, I'm just letting it play out here, cause wow.
Hey, I can sum up matches pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Never underestimate the power of me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Beal just like went in. I see what you mean. Like it was pretty slow, cause like it got the Barry Benson over there.
It was slow but one-sided.
Slow but one-sided. Yeah. Those are the worst kind of battles.
Stall play. Oh, the intentional stall plays.
Intentional stall plays, like fighting for differential. I honestly believe that fighting for differential is like the worst thing.
Oh yeah.
Because you're trying to keep as many mons as you can alive, but in doing that, you're making them take more damage than they would normally.
Yeah. It's always that lurking factor that.
Yeah, and by like turn 30 or 40, both teams still have like 5-6 mons on the field, but all of your mons are like low.
Yeah. The same thing that kind of played out in the later match, aka mine.
Yeah.
However, unlike this one, I was not fighting for differential.
Before we get to that one, however, we have to get through Aaron versus Bonds.
I agree.
Which team is this? What's his Discord name? On Discord. It's just Bonds. It's Joshua.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hit play on that one. Adam.
Yep.
He's gone. Reduced to atoms.
Going to die for that pun? Puns are my job.
No, they're my job. I'm the pungent master. You should appreciate me.
What you gonna do? Roll for initiative?
Yes. Frick, I don't have my dice.
Natural one.
Alright, so you got this summary or what?
Are we on the next match now?
Yeah, Aaron versus Bonds.
Okay. 1 second, let me just do something. Alright. It really sucks to see one KO in around 30 turns, and that was, I think, due to thick. Then everything started to fall. After the death cell, Josh found himself in a 3-1 rut. Or, well, Bones found himself in a 3-1 rut. With the help of a certain pesky bird named Corviknight, he brings the match back. There's no way that this comeback can be topped, right?
Matches like these, chivalry really is dead.
Yeah, the first kill was real
Also,
wash.
I have no clue why I'm calling Corviknight pesky bird.
Pesky bird. Because it really is. Honestly, if you don't have like something specifically for Corv, it can mess you up.
Yeah.
Which is why we all need to now bring flamethrowers to the match in some form of like a special fire type.
Yeah, just bring Volk.
That's the
One
point. That's what
one
I'm talking about.
one particular way I personally dealt with a Corviknight one time was I had, oh gosh, what was it? I had ring target on a Poltegeist, and I tricked it onto the the Corviknight, and then I switched into Gastrodon and just went.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, Corviknight, good. Next is
Yeah, even though I'm more of a Skarmory person.
yeah, Grandpa Moto versus Bosnian Needle Kings.
Okay, I guess I was wrong on my last assumption. In the next match of the week, we primarily see a bunch of switching, much like the last one, but this culminated in a Cresselia sweep. Cresselia backed Shiny into a corner, bringing him down to one lost Pokemon compared to Williams. Sadly, Charge Beam does not have 100% accuracy and it veers a lot right, as Mega Gyarados goes in kill. Gyarados wasn't satisfied with one kill as it proceeds to sweep Williams' remaining team whole as the most epic comeback of week one concludes.
God, this was just painful. Like, I knew Charge Beam was not 100 accurate because I think I used it in like a solo playthrough of
Wait,
a
I don't,
monster.
I don't even know if Charge Beam would have.
3.5 times special attack against super effective. Yeah, that even if it's Charge Beam, it's gonna kill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
but
I mean,
Gyarados.
to be fair, Gyarados, Mega Gyarados still has a pretty bulky special defense. However, at that point, 3 times special attack plus charge beam.
3.5. So it's plus
I'm
5.
gonna call him Gyarados right there.
Yeah, plus 5. Even if it's Mega Gyarados, it would still kill.
Yeah.
And
And
he
even
just
if it didn't, then they had Mega Audio in the back.
yeah,
Yeah.
which unfortunately wasn't enough.
Yeah. This match was a painful one.
This was painful, but not, but slightly less painful was QWERTY versus Frozen Emu. Hi there.
How's it going?
You care to explain yourself?
This match could only be described in one word: domination.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think each of these matches, like the loss, can be defined by a single point of failure. Otherwise, the match would have been like completely different.
Yes.
This one, for this one, it was keeping Volcarona in on the Fire Lash, because
Yes.
its defense just kept getting lower and lower and lower,
Lower.
and it
I
really
mean,
added
if
up
it were
after
me,
a
I
while.
would have switched. I would have switched
Yeah.
Mr. Tyranium.
Yeah,
That's what you recommended, and like, now looking back, I kind of have to agree on. I have to kind of have to agree with your point on that one. I said when you're in the moment, I was kind of hoping that the Rocky Helmet would eventually play itself out. However, I somewhat forgot of the lowering defense.
yeah,
Yeah, and plus, I don't think you would have wanted Volcarona to risk another rock switch in.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's also another reason why I was keeping it in to begin with, was just like so I could. I just didn't want to risk a rock switch in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically, the season one champion
Shows why he is the season 1 champion, because he kind of cut out there.
Another reason I believe that messed up was that I thought Articuno was coming, or Articuno was coming, so I put Ancient Power on Manaphy instead of a stab move.
Ooh, yeah, that's rough.
It's okay though. And you know, it's experience.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like a lot of matches going forward will be a lot more close than week 1, because we have
Wholeheartedly agree.
like now kind of an idea of how they build their teams,
Yeah.
as well as kind of like mistakes we can learn from, like not having a single point of failure. Because again, most, if not all of these, were defined by a single point of failure. Mine, not switching into Archeops. Rose's, not being able to deal with Cofagrigus.
Time.
Yeah. Oh goodness, what was
Be
What
missed.
was Danny's? Oh yeah. Turn 1, not having Drizzle, and
Yeah.
and misclicking. Well, it wasn't a misclick. He just was holding the book upside down. Um, Aaron's underestimating Corviknight. Uh, Liam's missing Charge Beam, which honestly you can't really control that. And on to the last match, Brunis versus Chicago Dark Shields.
This was my personal least favorite match. I didn't really like it. It was another dominating match.
Oh yeah.
Nothing really could come in on Domas except for Aegis Slash, and then, well, Bruin had a whole other team behind that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that getting the switch in on Mawile, yeah. That was huge because Mawile did not get a chance to Mega.
Yep. It's all just one turn that it takes.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get Mawile before it Megas, then you have it.
Right.
Because a non-Mega Mawile is one of the worst Pokemon games.
Yep.
I mean, it
course.
does get Intimidate.
Well, without Intimidate.
Yeah.
And even then, you could be running a special fire type.
Right.
Special round.
Yeah.
But like, if you know someone's Fizz and maybe not clicking an attack, like if you get the dual switch in on it, because like I have Salamence and Mega Mawile in another league I'm in, and I was thinking, what if I just had a dual Intimidate core? I'm not sure if it would work in practice, but like in theory, it's amazing. Shut down any physical attacker.
Again, it unfortunately seems for the Chicago Dark Shields, one of the main issues with the team in particular is that once the Mega Mawile is out, aside from Mamoswine, there's not really much that stands up that holds ground, maybe other than the Aegis Slash.
Yeah, remember the meme I made?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure this is the same guy who I made meme about. I'll put it up on screen. I'll put it up on screen in editing, but yeah. So what do you think we can expect going forward?
Personally feel like that a lot of the teams, like those who won and those who lost, are now like starting to come to a realization as like how their opponents are operating, how their opponents are working.
Mm-hmm.
I think like now that we have a set of videos and recordings that we are able to analyze past matches, we can kind of see how our future opponents play.
Yeah.
Because that
like,
gives us
the worst part
for cats to make a fall.
The worst part of week 1 is not having information.
Yes, indeed. And now like the people who lost, such as myself, now we kind of have more experience battling, because as I mentioned, this is only the second league I'm in. You have other people that I'll learn to double check their teams before they bring the wrong ability.
I personally was in DMs with Daniel a while after that match because he was just like so shook by it. Shout outs to Daniel Place. You're great.
Yep.
All right.
And now we also tend to know what Pokemon should be targeted more.
Right.
Megazard.
Cofagrigus. DLBA. Delmice.
Delmeezy. me a bit on
Basically,
that one.
anything that gets like crazy setup moves and you can't like take it down.
Yeah.
That's all. That's another reason why Gastrodon's one of my favorites because it has clear smog.
Yeah.
Now, that being another thing is that kind of scrolling through all the teams here, and it looks like there's also like a couple teams that are like that seem to be surrounding a certain like some of them are surrounding certain like main Pokemon like or certain cores.
Mhm.
And that's actually one of the big issues that I'm seeing in certain teams. However, is that they may have strong suits in one particular area, they're lacking in others.
Yeah, they falter in like some other areas. Like I feel if you get a Firewater Grass Fairy Steel Dragon core, you have an alright team, but what makes an alright team into a great team is having synergy between your mons. So, like, say you have a Pokemon 4 times weak to grass, like Gastrodon, and you also have a Pokemon that has Sap Sipper, like Goodra, then that's very good synergy because you can anticipate an
That's now
incoming
a good switch in.
an incoming grass attack. So
But
yeah.
I do have a question though.
Hmm.
Which team are y'all on the lookout for?
Uh, Honestly, all the people who lost. Because I
That
feel
makes sense.
like without those
Yeah.
single points of failure, they could do very well for themselves.
And and also like and also just in particular like just many of the teams like now like many of the teams who lost are now probably going to start reevaluating and how like
Mhm.
and also like some of the teams that seem to have lost some of them did have weird matchups to begin some of them have strange matchups
Oh
to
yeah,
begin
yeah,
with.
yeah.
Maybe they might start making more free agents, making decisions like making like looking more in depth as to what their next opponent is. Speaking of which, I know what my next opponent is.
Yeah.
And the whatnot.
Mhm.
Um,
But yeah, I think that's going to do it for week 1 of the DLBA. Everyone excited for week 2?
Yes. Excited and nervous at the same time.
Aren't we all?